Good morning, guys. Glad you're here this morning. Thanks for joining us. This week is going to be red, white, blue, and you. So we are going to be doing 4th of July projects. I know I'm a little late to the party for the 4th of July. I just didn't have any transfers for 4th of July. This is our transfer this year for 4th of July, and it was out and out and out for such a long time. Out of stock, and then it finally came back in stock, so I grabbed it. I just love it. So I'm going to do it today on a big canvas. So this is an 18 by 18 inch transfer. So I was able to get an 18 inch square canvas, and it looks like it's going to fit perfectly. So this is going to be a challenging transfer to do today. So I hope you're ready for some fun. Thank you for joining me this morning. Good morning, Kathy. All right, so you guys might get to see me sweat today while I'm doing this canvas. I kind of foresee this to be challenging. I've seen a few people do these this transfer, and it's so big. That's really the challenge. I'm going to wipe off my canvas a little bit. I see a little bit of residue on it, so I'm just going to kind of brush it off. Good morning, Dana. Glad you're here this morning. All right, so I'm going to use my fuzzing cloth. A canvas is basically fabric, but I like to fuzz anyway, at least one time. Canvas can be difficult to get the sticky transfer off of. I'm going to turn it around. All right. So the challenge with these large transfers is that you have to be careful that they're not going to stick to themselves. The sticky side likes to stick to whatever it gets close to, and it's very easy to get it stuck on itself. So I'm going to use my backer to help me out. Peel it off like this and get it onto my fuzzing cloth, and as you can see, it's almost bigger. You couldn't get the transfer to stick on the canvas. Oh boy. Well, I hope that doesn't happen to me this morning. I have used a couple of canvases and I haven't had trouble, but it could have been the canvas that I used and that you used. This one does have kind of a really different kind of texture, so I hope that doesn't happen today, Kathy. But thanks for letting me know that that could be a challenge, because if it happens, I'll know what to do. I'll probably have to pick a different surface. I don't know if I have another surface big enough to do this whole thing. Oh, well, I do actually. I have a window. I considered doing that window today, but I found an old window a while back, and I've been thinking about using it for a project, but I just haven't been sure what I want to put on it. I have several things that I like. I've been thinking about maybe doing like a seasonal scene with the truck transfer. My husband has that old, I think it's 1978 Chevy, and so I think it might be cool to use the truck transfer. All right, everybody, fingers crossed that this will stick well. Now, one of the things I do know, Kathy, is that you have to put something under your canvas when you are ready to chalk. Otherwise, it will not have enough, you won't be able to put enough pressure to make the chalk stick. Uh-oh, I made it stick together. All right. Let's see if I can get this side to peel up. It's leaving a nice layer of fuzz. Just want to make sure I'm not leaving any air bubbles. It is a large transfer, and I am going to have to peel it up and do some drying in between. I can't do the whole thing at once. If I do, my chalk will be dry in my silkscreen where I did it the first time, and that's not good. So I am going to save Brave and Free, and I'm going to treat them a little bit differently. So I'll save that as a little bit of a surprise, element of surprise. I'm going to turn it so you guys can see it the right direction. So I've been thinking about my coloring that I want to use. Oh, hang on. This looks like we're a little bit downhill. Now that I've got it all stuck down, I need to see if it's too out of whack. It's definitely going to be going downhill, guys. All right. I'm going to lift it up and reposition. It's one of the nice things about our transfers is they are repositionable. And we'll get another layer of fuzz from the canvas. All right, now see if we can get this to... I'm not surprised that I'm having to reposition this. As big as it is, I want to make sure that we've got a pretty good feel for level before I get it started. I'm going to pull it up real quick, guys. Take a quick peek. Okay. It's still not 100% perfect, but I don't think I'll get it 100% perfect. The good thing is it's a busy transfer, and I think it won't really cause us too much heartburn now that I have it, so it's not really out of whack. Sorry for all the noise. I know this makes a lot of noise on camera. Okay, so I'm going to start with the top. I'm going to chalk up here, and then I'll have to pull it up and let it dry a little bit, and then I'll lay it back down, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I am going to fold up my fuzzing cloth, and I'm going to put it underneath my canvas to give me a little bit of pressure. I'm wondering if I should grab a book. That's what I did last time I used a canvas, and that worked well. I think I'm going to grab a book, guys. I just don't know if I'm going to trust that. If I push down and it's not firm, the challenge is that it's not making good contact, and then that's going to cause me a problem. Okay, so I can do these two parts, and then I can scoot over and do these two parts. That should work. Okay, so the top of my flag is going to be blue, and the bottom will be red. So I want to alternate my colors. So since I'm going to have blue here, I'm going to have red and blue here. And then we'll do red. So blue, red. I got Cadet finally. It's a darker blue. It looks better for flags than the Blue Jay. I love the Blue Jay, but for Americana stuff, I wanted to make sure I had the right colors to make this project look right. Sometimes the colors do go out of stock on Chalk Couture, but just be patient and wait a little bit and it will come back. And if you need a color and you want to know when it's going to be back in stock, let me know and I can find out for you. They do tell the designers, we have access to a list that tells us when things will be back in stock. All right, I'll make sure I don't have any chalk on my hands. I am using the chalk today. I could use the ink, and it would be permanent on the canvas. I haven't tried removing chalk from canvas. I don't think it would work well to remove it, but the chalk dries faster, so that's why I'm going to use it today. All right, well, my chalk has a great consistency. You want kind of a oatmeal consistency, or yogurt, not oatmeal, yogurt consistency. Unless you make oatmeal like I did for my kids when they were little. I always made it really thin because they didn't like the texture of it thick. So my oatmeal is about the only one probably in the world that might be like this, the right consistency. Okay, so I said I was going to do blue and then red and then blue. So I'm going to do my blue and my blue, and then I'll come over and do red and red. All right, so I'm going to grab some chalk, and here we go. Hold your breath. No, don't hold your breath. This will take too long. Don't hold your breath. I feel like I'm holding my breath. I'm excited about this transfer, but it's so big, it's a little bit daunting. All right. All right, and then I'm going to pull off as much of that as I can. And actually, I'll just come over here and use what I have. Top of my stars, top of my flag. It'll be blue with the white background to give us perfect stars. Oh, actually, it's going to be the other way, isn't it? My silk screen is going to be blue. Oh, I just thought of that. My silk screen is actually the opposite. Oh no, that's not right. The white part. So I'm totally confused. Confused myself. Okay. All right. Let's get the rest of this blue off. We'll make a quick run at that red so that our blue's not sitting around too long, drying. Let's grab the red. Good morning, Thomas. Glad you're here. Thanks for saying hi. All right. Our red is almost always perfect consistency, and it is again today. Good morning, Maya and Kai. Hope you guys are having a great morning. That's my grandkids, Maya and Kai, and my son Thomas. They come and visit me some mornings, which is awesome. Maya and Kai like doing chalk projects. They've come over one time and we've done a chalk project, so we're going to have to do that some more. Give them some more chalking experiences. All right, I'm going to quickly work on my script letters here. If you haven't checked out Chalk Couture, I have links on my page. Just go and browse, see what they have. There's so many options for whatever holiday or even just fun stuff. Even just kind of fun and funny stuff. The nice thing about our transfers is they're reusable. So you can make something for yourself, and then they're reusable up to 12 times. I've heard even longer if you take great care of your transfers. They will last even longer than 8 to 12 times. And who wouldn't love a homemade, handmade gift? They're eating oatmeal and bananas. Of course they are. They love their oatmeal and bananas. All right, I'm going to pull this up. Well, it looks like I bled a little bit on the R. Okay. Pull this up. Sorry, my arm's in the way there. All right, pretty nice print. I see the R, it bled just a little bit. I think there might be some fuzz right there that I hadn't noticed, right on the edge of the letter, but I'm not too upset with that. I'm a pretty easygoing crafter, though. I know not everybody feels okay about that. All right, I'm gonna give this a little shot of heat, dry it up a little bit. Okay, it doesn't have to be 100% dry. I can still lay the transfer over and it's okay. Whoops, uh-oh. I hope I didn't cause myself a problem there. Do you see what I did? When I laid my transfer over, I put some ink over. Well, we're gonna see, guys. I am learning right along with you today. I knew this big transfer was gonna be challenging, so we'll see how it ends up. I do like the way the white canvas looks. I wasn't sure if I wanted to have a completely white canvas or if maybe I wanted to age the canvas. So I was considering different things for doing this canvas. All right, I'm gonna do my stripes over here. I do see I got some blue, so we'll see how that, I got some blue when I turned over my silkscreen. I have not, that I can remember, I haven't used a transfer that's this big. So I can see there's a bit of a learning curve, and I knew that. I think I mentioned that at the beginning, that I was a little intimidated by doing this large of a transfer. But hey, that's how we learn, right? We learn new things by trying new things. And I might have been able to avoid that if I had taken more of that chalk off. I think I might have left a little bit too much on there. But I was happy that it didn't dry. It looked like the chalk did not dry out underneath my silkscreen, and that's always an important part, because once it dries in the silkscreen, then it starts pulling the chalk up. It sticks inside the transfer, and then when you lift the transfer, it stays there in the transfer and not on your project. Okay, so I said I was going to do red stripes. Check. Get a little bit more of that up. All right, and then I think I wanted this to be blue and blue. That's going to be blue, so this will be red. I'm just trying to alternate my colors so that I don't have big blocks of color next to each other. Oops, let's scoot that over and get the book underneath. And I'm trying to work kind of logically, but I'm not exactly a logic-based person. I'm more of a random person. Well, since we're doing all red, white, and blue this week, I was thinking about a question for today to ask you, what is your favorite memory from either 4th of July week or just celebrating our country? I know right now we're in a time where celebrating our country is kind of difficult. We're having some challenges. And let's think back maybe to a simpler time, or not. Maybe there's been something recently in our history that you feel like you've learned from or want to share about. So think about that. Growing up in Oklahoma, and I grew up in a little town, and we would have our little town had a celebration, 4th of July celebration. Always had fireworks, a big, fireworks show put on by the city. And then my parents always let us get some fireworks. And that was one of my favorite days. We always got the fireworks a few days before the 4th of July, so I had to pace myself so that I'd have fireworks for the day of the 4th of July. I was always afraid I would run out and then not have enough to enjoy. And usually we had some friends come over to share fireworks and to share a meal. I remember having a bad experience with a black cat firecracker. My sister's boyfriend was lighting them and throwing them. And so I decided, well, that looks like more fun than lighting it on the ground and running and acting scared, which I was. And that's when I discovered that if you hold it too long, or if the fuse is too short and it blows up in your hand, your skin will actually tear apart. So that was not a great experience for me. All right, let's reveal and see. Oh, I love it. I love it. I just love that crisp color. Oh, I love it. All right, so we do have a little bit of blue over there in the lines, and I see a little bit of bleed, but I think I'm pretty happy with that. I see a little bit of bleed. I think maybe I shouldn't have fuzzed. Oh, I love it. Love your memories. All right, instead of drying it, I'm just going to lay it down gently so that I don't have to lay it down. And I'm going to just push these spaces down here with my fingers. So now for Brave and for Free, I am going to use a gray, and then I want to use some fine glitter. So I want these letters to be gray and then have this glitter on them. I don't have any of we have some shimmer pastes. I don't have any of those yet. And so I thought, I want it to be shiny. And I've seen people use the glitter. This is my first time to use the glitter, but I saved it for the very end so that I don't get, hopefully, too much glitter on everything else. Which reminds me why I should probably dry that. But I think we're just going to have to go for it, guys. I don't know. I'm not sure how to make... It's such a big print. And if I know if I lay it down, I'm going to get my inks crazy. So we're going to just give it a try. Thanks, Kathy. I hope it's going to look good when we get done. All right, my gray feels like it's pretty good consistency. I want to keep the glitter away from my transfer. That's one of my goals, is to not get it, because it's going to be hard to get off my transfer. So I'm going to do the gray on both of these and try to keep it quick so it's still wet, and then put my glitter on. It may end up with glitter on every letter since I have more than one wet letter. But hey, a little glitter never hurt anything. And I'm going to have glitter everywhere in here, so I know that going in. All right, and I've got a little bit of red down here that joined when I laid my transfer over. So that's definitely one for the books to remember, that happens. Should have thought of that. But I think mostly it's because I didn't take off enough of my chalk off my surface. So when I laid it over, it was just really full. I'm starting to work on another fun project that I think I will be able to share with you guys probably on Monday of next week. Since I've been doing red, white, and blue all week. Or I might do a special, extra special, do an extra live sometime this week to share, because I'm really excited about it. It's something I've been wanting to get done, and we needed to get another tool, but I was able to borrow that tool from my son last night, so he was nice and shared with his mom. And so we got the project started, and I got a coat of paint. So it's quite a project, but I'm excited about it. And like I said, I might do an extra live this week when I'm ready to chalk on that surface. All right, here we go. So I'm using the Greige. It's not quite as dark as Storm. That's another gray that I have. And I didn't want it to be too dark. I really want the glitter to show through. So the glitter is going to stick to the wet chalk. And I'm going to try to keep it contained. All right. Well, I'm pretty happy with that, guys. Okay, so I have a crazy big transfer. I'm just going to stick it right to the edge of my desk, and I will clean that when I get to it. All right, I left my gray a little thicker than usual. I didn't pull off as much. So now let's just go and we'll sprinkle some of this it's super fine glitter. I just want it to stick to these gray letters. I think I'll grab a paintbrush in a second. Let's see if I can move it around. Does anybody else see disaster coming on? I can feel it. I just feel the disaster of all of this glitter. I really like this transfer. I love that the free and the brave are large. I love all of the expressions. But guys, this is a country that is not free, and we're not always brave. As a country, we are not always making great decisions for people of color around us. I hope that we're all aware, and I hope that we all take a stand. I teach kindergarten, and I do teach what I can about what racism is and how we should not promote it. Glitter terrifies me. Why does glitter terrify you, Thomas? Is it because of your children? Glitter terrifies you? I can appreciate that. Young children and glitter. I don't do a lot of glitter in kindergarten because it will be on everything and everyone so quick. I think what terrifies me is nail polish. My two girls, we had just moved into a new house, and the girls were, well, Grace was not even a year old when we moved in, so Hannah would have been 5.5, and they discovered nail polish, and so my carpet had lots of purple little globs, and it only takes once, and it happens really quick. So, forewarning, if you have girls or boys and nail polish, I have seen some cool tricks. Glitter is forever. Oh, it's so true, Thomas. So true. But I want glitter on this project forever. Unfortunately, I may have glitter in my office here forever. We'll have to see. And this is ultra fine glitter, so I've really done myself proud. Okay. Now I don't ever want to lift it up. You used glitter a lot when you were teaching preschool. Oh, you're a brave soul. You're a brave soul, Kathy. But I guess, you know, if you're using glitter in someone else's area, since that's not your house, that's not so bad, right? All right, I think I'm going to let this set for just a minute. And can you guys kind of see? The flag definitely has a bad spot where I might need to touch up a little bit with some red. I have a few places that bled, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with that on a canvas. Makes me pretty happy. All right, well, I have to clean these anyway, so why don't we clean them together? So I just use a Clorox wipe to clean my tools. Just going to make sure that I get all the blue off of my small squeegee. And then after I get them everything clean, I think I'll try to pull the, put the glitter, pour it off. Then you can see the whole project. I saw somebody wrote out something that they did for their holiday, so I'm excited to go back and read that. It passed before I could see much of it, so I just saw the very ending. So thank you guys for sharing. If you shared a little bit about your favorite memories. I know when my kids were growing up, our vacation, my husband owned a small business, and so taking a vacation was always kind of a hard thing to do because you can't just let your business go for a week. But he would always line it up with the 4th of July. and it was a national holiday, and he thought it was a good time to take a vacation. So we would take a week off, and but unfortunately, where we vacationed, you couldn't usually have fireworks. We liked especially to go to Eastern Washington, where it's warmer and drier, and it's also dangerous to have fireworks over there. So we would go to fireworks shows, but we typically didn't get to do fireworks on our own. But the few years that we did, the kids really enjoyed getting to do fireworks. And now I just have one son left at home, and I think he's going to go with friends to a local area where you can do fireworks. All right, now my red is nice and clean. Got my red and my blue. Now I just need my gray. I'll clean that off. Clean off the tools. And if you take care of your chalks, they're ready to go each time. They do tend to dry out, which is natural. Just make sure you have some distilled water. I'm going to need one more. Have some distilled water just to keep them, spray it, keep it moist. Look for that consistency of yogurt, not oatmeal, yogurt. Thanks guys for dropping in today and joining me. Appreciate having some friends to visit with. If you dropped in, say hi so I know you're here. All right, so we have our tools all cleaned up. All right. Okay, so for this, I think I'm going to grab my... No, I don't think I want to put it on my backer sheet. I was just thinking I put it on my backer sheet. I don't think I'll do that. I think I'm going to grab a folder and dump it out on a folder. Because then if I use a folder, I can fold it up and pour it back in to my container. So, not sure if I need the force or if I need prayers or what I need. So whatever you think I need to have luck getting this off of here and not on everything else, give me that. Let's see. I don't even know which direction to go, guys. This thing is so big. I think I'll go diagonal. Can you guys see it all? No, of course not. I'm turning it backwards from you guys. So I think I'm going to go diagonal on my folder. And we'll just let it come down. And yes, there is a lot still on my... Ooh, but I love it. It stuck really well to my chalk. I haven't done the glitter before. I've seen it done and wasn't sure how I felt about it, but oh my goodness, if you haven't done it, guys, use the glitter. Oh, what fun. I'll show you up close if you can't see. What became of my, and I'm not sure you can see the subtlety, but that gray is just popping with the shine. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, I may be dangerous now. We may have a lot more glitter in our future, guys. That just looks really cool. All right. Well, I'll pop a blow dryer on it and get off the excess. Thanks, Kathy. Oh, I wish you could see. Oh, can you see the glitter, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you can see the kind of the glitter. Awesome. We'll have to come up with maybe the kids can do one of these together. That'd be cool. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's project. Thanks for dropping in. I have some more red, white, and blue stuff for you guys the rest of the week. So pop in and we'll do some more fun stuff. Thanks, guys. Make it a great day. The Glitter Queen. Yeah, Thomas, it'll be at our house. Don't worry. All right, guys. Make it a great day. Bye.